let the dog complain. I've danced too long with a losing chain. If the night wants a piece of me, it's gonna have to take it while I'm running free. Oh, ghosts waving from the county line, but they're shrinking in the glass behind. Every flash of light, every crack in the sky sounds like a freedom hymn telling me to drive. There's a thunder in the rearview, lightning on my tail, headlights chasing every broken trail. I hear your name in every rolling wind. I cut through, but I ain't turning around. I'm burning on through. Yeah, the sky might break and the rain might fall, but I found my name written on that long white wall. There's thunder in the rear view, and I'm finally breaking through. Just the hum and the night. One more mile and the weight turns light. Let the heaven drums roll. I know what to do. Leave the thunder in the rear view and drive straight through. It's 9:30 on a borrowed Tame. County signs leaning like they're gonna fall. Backseat full of boxes and a worn-out prayer. Your picture folded in my jacket wall. Radio preacher on a static wave says grace can find a man on the run. I've been chasing every wrong turn I made, like the shadows from a younger son. There's a shimmer just beyond this bend, little sparks in the heavy night, and every mile between where I've been and where I'm going starts to feel like a lie. Landing on the state line, hanging in the dark, swinging like a promise over this old heart. Someone's porch light, someone's open door, saying, son, you don't have to fight alone, no, no. I've been living like a stray sign left behind, but tonight I see a different kind of shine. Landing on the state line, pulling me over the border of my past. Tires hum low like a tired choir, broken lines rolling underneath my shoes. Every scar I tried to drink away, every yes I turned into an excuse. I remember when my father said, boy, you'll burn out if you never heal. Funny how you have to leave your name just to find out what was ever real. Now there's a swinging like a promise over this old heart. Someone's porch light, someone's open door, saying, son, you don't have to fight alone no more. I've been living like a stray sign left behind, but tonight I see a different kind of shine. Lanterns on the state line, pulling me over the border of my path. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. So I ease my foot and let the engine glide. Let that border fade beneath my tires. Leave my ghosts on the other side and follow every small and trembling fire. Lanterns on the state line fade to gold, but the way ahead feels clear this time. I'm not lost, I'm just growing old, with a brand new map drawn in light and wide. I've been chasing down a sunset I can't name, burned out motels and a pocket full of change. Every town looks like the one before, same rusted pumps, same painted church doors. Got a coffee going cold in the dash, telephone poles ticking like a second-hand scratch. Somewhere back there I lived my own last chance, signed it away with a shaky romance. But the road don't care what you left behind, it just keeps drawing one more line. And the closer I get to the county sign, the louder I hear that voice in my mind. At mile marker 99, I see my life in the white lines. All the wrong turns, all the midnight lies, all the goodbye notes I never signed. At mile marker 99, I got the devil on the right side, saying turn around, boy, you were doing fine. But my heart is leaning on the left this time. At mile marker 99. There's a little gas stop with a crooked light, old man sweeping up a Saturday night. He looks up once and nods my way, like he's seen this same lost face all day. I buy a map I don't really need, I know this road like it knows my grief. Still I trace that line to a quiet town where I swore I come back and never did turn around. He says, son, roads don't bend for regret, they just mark the miles that I ain't walked yet. I took that truth in my back pocket tight, and now I roll back out into the wounded night. At mile marker 99, I see my life in the white lines, all the burned bridges and the crossed out signs, all the chances I let drift out of time. At mile marker 99, I hear the past like a train cry, rattling through the steel of my spine. But my hand stays steady on the wheel this time. At mile marker 99. Maybe redemption ain't a choir of gold, maybe it's a rusty sign on a two-lane road with a bullet hole through the town's old name, and a heart that's tired of playing the same old game. Maybe forgiveness is a porch light glow down some gravel drive I used to know, and a voice that says you're late but you're here. Wipe your boots, come in, drop the weight of your feet. At mile marker 99, I feel hope in the white lines. Every broken vow and wasted time turns into a lesson in the rearview shine. At mile marker 99, I let the ghosts right behind. They can talk all night, but they don't steer this time. I just keep rolling toward their welcome sign. At mile marker 99, taillights fading on the road I was, headlights cutting through the man I'm not. If tomorrow asks where I finally drew the line, tell it I chose my soul. At mile marker 99. Busted two-lane truck stop coffee tastes like gasoline. Neon buzzing like a tired old hymn. Flies doing circles over last night's sins. Map on the counter, fingerprints of rain. Payphone hanging like a crooked vein. Your number's written where my thumb still knows, but the change in my pocket says let it go. There's a flicker on the window, sky turning blue. Night getting nervous cause it knows I gotta choose. One road takes me back to the man I was. One road rolls on and don't ask what it costs. Last exit before the dawn. One left turn and my whole life's gone. Headlights stare like a jury line, asking, boy, you gonna run or finally draw the line? I can chase the same ghost till the sun burns out, or hit that ramp and drive my doubt down. Last exit before the dawn. I'm either going home or moving on. Clerk says moaning with a cigarette voice, scratches off a ticket like he's got no choice. He's seen 1,000 faces in this humming light. Some turn around, some disappear in the night. He nods at me like he knows my kind. Man with a suitcase full of second time says road will give back what you leave out there, but it never gives back what you don't dare. I see the sign outside start to flick and fade, like the past itself getting stripped away. There's a rusted arrow pointing toward the town I knew, and another toward a sky I've never driven through. Last exit before the dawn. One left turn and my whole life's gone. Headlights stare like a jury line, asking, boy, you gonna run or finally draw the line? I can chase the same ghost till the sun burns out, or hit that ramp and drive my doubt down. Last exit before the dawn. I'm either going home or moving on. courage ain't a battle cry. Maybe it's a quiet key in a door goodbye. Maybe it's the way my shaking hand still finds the gear and lets the clutch expand. Maybe love ain't changed the blame. Maybe it's a porch light that don't ask my name. If it's burning still when my tires roll through, I'll know the man who left ain't the man who came back to you. Last exit before the dawn, yellow lines pulling like a gospel song. Rearview full of everything I've known, but the road ahead feels carved in stone. I could drown in the same old story I've drawn, or write a new verse with the high beams on. Last exit before the dawn, I press the gas and I'm gone. Over the billboard frame, night falls off like an old nickname. In the mirror that town grows small and torn. On the hood there's dew and a brand new morn. Last exit shrinking in the tail light glow, but my hands feel steady on the wheel I hold. If anyone asks where the old me's gone, tell 'em he stayed at the last exit before the dawn. There's a curve out past the county sign, where the blacktop drops his gentle smile. Crosses blooming in the roadside weeds, names carved deep in weathered white. We used to race there on Friday nights, headlights screaming through the dust. Swore that steel and gasoline were the only things we'd ever trust. But every skid mark's got a story to tell, painted in smoke on the lip of hell. And the older I get, the clearer it looks that the line between wild and gone is crooked as it hooks. Where the guardrails end, that's where truth begins. No more like it can finally breathe. I feel every mile I almost didn't get to spend. I see Tommy's face in the dashboard glow, hear the sheriff's words in the radio, and I thank the stars for the chance to turn again. Where the guardrails end, so I pass that curve with the window down, let the cool night blow my bravado out. In the mirror, all that fire and spin shrinks to a spark in the distance then. I ain't afraid of the road, my friend, I'm just done pretending it can't end. I'll keep my soul on the safer side of the bend, where the guardrails end. Radiator steam like a ghost in the dark, hood up high on the shoulder of a question mark. Dashboard lit like a stained glass light, fuel light blinking like a tired old eye. I've been running on fumes and borrowed time, chasing every wrong turn I could call just fine. But the engine finally said what my bones all knew: you ain't got another mile left living like you do. Hazards blinking like a sinner's flare, only sound is crickets and a midnight prayer. And for the first time in a long, long while, I hear my heart beat louder than the highway mile. Breakdown at Mercy Mile, stranded in the middle of my own denial. No more roaring past the signs I should have seen, just me and this busted machine. Sky wide open, no place to hide, just a man and the weight he's carried inside. If grace was ever gonna catch my style, it'd be here at the breakdown at Mercy Mile. Chapel on the opposite lane, white paint peeling like a shed no shame. Bell tower leaning with a rusty crown, like it's heard every lord. I swear I'll slow down. I remember mama in a cotton dress saying, boy, you can't outrun your mess. I laughed it off with a teenage grin. Now words come back with a tow truck wind. I see my face in the windshield glare, strangers' eyes with a familiar stare. All the roads I took just to dodge the truth led straight to this broken shoulder of proof. Breakdown at Mercy Mile, stranded in the middle of my own denial. No more roaring past the signs I should have seen, just me and this busted machine. Sky wide open, no place to hide, just a man and the weight he's carried inside. If grace was ever gonna catch my style, it'd be here at the breakdown at Mercy Mile. Whoa. Maybe Mercy ain't acquiring wide, maybe it's a busted belt on a Tuesday night. Maybe it's the way your pride gives in when you finally call a friend you swore you'd never need again. Maybe it's a roadside stranger's hand saying hop on in. I know an honest man who can fix more than you down from the life you chose. Tow truck driver's got tobacco on his lip. Name tag faded, just reads chip. He says we all stall out somewhere, son. Lucky ones do it before the race is done. He laughs low, turns the radio down. Old him humming through the rusted sound. I look back once at that lonely sign. Mercy mile shining in the rearview spine. Break down that Mercy mile, stranded in the middle of my own denial. No more roaring past the signs I should have seen. Just me and this busted machine. Sky wide open, no place to hide. Just a man and the truth he can't outride. If grace was ever gonna change my style, it started at the breakdown at Mercy Mile. Now when I pass that stretch at night, I ease my foot and I kill the spite. Roll the window down, let the cool wind smile and say it quiet. Thanks for that breakdown at Mercy Mile. Sunday morning on a Saturday soul, head still ringing from the barroom roll. Boots track dust up the chapel aisle, smell of whiskey walking down each mile. Old wood pews creak like they know my name. Stained glass bleeding out a color shame. Preacher's eyes catch the mud on my jeans, but he just nods like he's seen what it means. Hymn book open but my hands just shake. Words like rivers I ain't learned to take. I feel every stone on the road I chose, stuck between a gravel and a Holy Ghost. Got gravel in the gospel, stones in my shoes, a heart full of verses that I never could use. I've been singing hallelujah with a barroom tongue, trying to hide my scars in a revival song. But the truth keeps echoing through these old pine walls. You can't outrun heaven down a two-lane fall. So I lay my dirt where the mercy flows slow. Gravel in the gospel, but I still wanna go. Choir stars low like a distant train, voices rising through the window rain. There's a woman in the front row praying soft, tears on her dress like holy runoff. I remember mama with that same one look, hands on her Bible like a steering book. She'd say, boy, God don't fear your mess, he just waits out back when you burn the rest. I've been skipping every page of cuts, pouring cheap grace in my empty cup, but this morning feels like a broken road bend where the map runs out and the truth steps in. Got gravel in the gospel, stones in my shoes, a heart full of verses that I never could use. I've been singing hallelujah with a barroom tongue, trying to drown the silence with an old jukebox drum. But the choir keeps ringing through my cracked glass bones like a far-off thunder over busted up stones. So I lay my dirt where the mercy flows slow. Gravel in the gospel, but I still wanna go. Maybe grace ain't polished oak and gold. Maybe it's a handshake rough and cold from a deacon with oil on his shirt, who scraped his knuckles on the same red dirt. Maybe heaven's doors got scuffed up paint from boots like mine that ain't too sane. if the angels sang in perfect key, they still might leave a little flat note for me. Preacher starts talking about the prodigal son, how he smelled like pigs when he finally came home. Says God ain't scared of your barroom nights, he just wants your steering wheel, not your lights. I bow my head, feel the floorboard shake, every bad choice like a window break. But underneath all the shattered sound, there's a quiet voice saying, boy, sit down. With gravel and the gospel stones in my shoes, I whisper out a prayer I don't know how to use. My amen trembles like a rusted chain, but it still cuts through the diesel in my veins. And the choir wraps around me like a worn-out coat, covering the dust on my frayed old soul. If there's room at the altar for a lost back road, gravel in the gospel, there's still a way home. Parking lot, sun hits hard on the truck I got. Dust kicks up as the tires roll slow, but there's a softer echo riding in my bones. I ain't clean yet, but I ain't alone. Got a fragile hymn humming on my way back home. Yeah, the road's still rough, but now I know there's grace for a man. Chrome sign flickers like a tired halo, gravel pops on the worn out tires, neon wings on the window glow, promise of sculpting all night in wires. I kill the engine, let the silence ring, smell of bacon, rain and gasoline. Doorbell jingles like a rusty hymn. Every lost soul looks up, then back again. There's a waitress with a cross on a silver chain, and the name tag chipped down and just hang. She says, sugar, you look halfway gone. I say good, 'cause I ain't halfway home. At the halfway to heaven diner, where the coffee's cheap and the truths are kinder. Broken hearts lean on for muck-up thrones, stirring regrets and styrofoam. There's a crooked jukebox playing almost prayers, and a tip jar full of second chances there. If you're too far gone to go back home tonight, you pull in where the neon wings still light. The halfway to heaven diner. Corner booth preacher in an old stained shirt, tracing circles in a ring of dirt. Says he used to preach under stained glass skies. Now he talks to truckers with bloodshot eyes. There's a couple by the window on their last first name, splitting French fries, counting blame. Kid in a hoodie with a It's a booth where they let you be late, where the grill man hums an old church tune while the fries hiss like a distant monsoon. Maybe God sneaks in on a cigarette break, smelling like coffee, and the choices you make leaves a promise in the steam on your glass, scribbled in a finger that forgives your past. Check comes down with a nervous smiley face, and his handwriting saying leave what you can, not what you're worth in this place. I fold a bill with a shaky thumb, feels like ties to the place I'm from. Step outside to a sky clean blue, taillights blinking on the avenue. I ain't sure yet where this road will bend, but I don't feel quite so condemned. 'Cause a halfway to heaven diner put a little more fuel in this old finder of dead-end streets and sleepless towns. Now it's pointing where the sun goes down. If home's still waiting with the porch light on, I'll roll up slow like a brand new song. And if I fall again on some midnight climb, I know a neon cross at the edge of time. At the halfway to heaven diner, sign shrinks small in the rearview glass, open all night, fading into past. But there's a warm riding shotgun in my chest, like a pot of coffee that never rests. If I ever lose my way again, I'll find her pouring mercy by the cup at the halfway to heaven diner. Sign buzzing like a hornet's nest. Half a nut is dead, but it still says rest. Cracked asphalt bleeding through the yellow lines. Cigarette halos in the parking lot shine. Lobby smells like coffee, bleach, and rain. Tash dead fern in a dusty frame. Clerk's got TV glow in his tired eyes. Says cash up front if you wanna hide. A key on a ring with a peeling tint. Rusted number like a warning again. I stand there holding more than metal and paint. Feels like a door to the same old complaint. And the neon Crossroads Motel, you can check in with your secrets and your private hill. Every room's got a Bible and a burned out light, and a mirror for the man you don't want on a fight. You can drown in the minibar, blame the road and the rain, but you'll still wake up to your same last name. Yeah, the sign out front keeps flashing, do it all, don't tell. Welcome to the neon Crossroads Motel. Down in 12, there's a woman talking low through a crack in the door to a man made of smoke. And 15, some kid with a new tattoo, tracing maps on his arm like a way back through. I hear an old couple pity him. Water stains blooming with a faith wore thin. I see my eyes in the spotted glass. Look like a man who's run out of past. At the neon Crossroads Motel, you can buy a little time in a rented shell. Every headboard's heard a never again. Every carpet soaked in. I swear I'll change. You can blame the town, the job, the spell, but you're the one who turned the key to this cell. Yeah, the sign out front keeps flickering. Run or fail. Welcome to the neon Crossroads Motel. Maybe it's the way you choose. Good night. Do you leave your shoes by the bed to stay, or keep them pointed toward the getaway? Maybe angels don't knock on doors. Maybe they're the kind that grip the wheel and roar past the lot with the broken fence, saying not tonight, I'm done with consequence. Oh, TV snow hissing like a tired crowd. Mini fridge humming all my doubts out loud. There's a Gideon book on the nightstand lean, spine half cracked between lost and seen. I run my thumb down the printed red, feel something steady where the words are said. Choose this day, it whispers thin as the highway rumbles underneath my sin. At the neon Crossroads Motel, you can make a choice no clerk can sell. Either lay back down in the sheet you fear, or grab that bag and shift the gear. You can stay one more night in a tired old spell, or roll past shame like a rusted shell. Yeah, the road outside keeps humming, break this spell. Right there at the neon Crossroads Motel. I dropped the key on the counter hard. Clerk just nods, doesn't take my card. Says some folks leave lighter than they came. Some just change the name on the same old blame. Door swings shut on the vacancy glow. Rearview fills with a bleeding rose. If anyone asks where I nearly fell, I'll say it was under the hum of that crooked buzzing hell they call the neon Crossroads Motel. I always blame the highway and the neon glow. Said the road was the reason I had to go. Swore it was the bottle of the dead in town, or the way the summer heat just wore me down. But every door I slammed was my own heart shut. Every midnight bag was my own kind of love. Packed up quick, left the porch light dim, and never stayed long enough to answer them. Now I'm staring at these fingers, shaking on the wheel, thinking about the harm they've done that my heart tried not to feel. I got exit wounds in my hands from every time I turned the knob and ran every note on the counter, every ring I returned, every bridge I lit and watched it burn. I thought it was fate, thought it was the plans, but it was me pulling triggers I called second chance. Now the scars don't lie and the truth finally stands. All these exit wounds are in my hand. There's a picture folded in the glove box scene, smiling faces from a half-built dream. We had a house drawn up on a dining napkin, dog in the yard, couple kids all laughing. Then my hands grabbed keys instead of her sleeve. My mouth said sorry, but my feet said leave. Signed my name at the bottom of another goodbye. Ink still wet when the tears hit dried. I used to call myself a drifter, just a victim of the tide. But it wasn't wind that steered me, it was fear I wouldn't hide. I got exit wounds in my hands from every time I broke my own command. All the spinning lies on the barroom stool, where I pawn my guilt like a shiny tool. I blame the job, blame the one-night stands, but I was the one cutting my own last chance. Now the blood on the handle is my own old brand. All these exit wounds are in my hand. These hands built engines, these hands played songs, these hands held people I swore I'd hold on. They've thrown the first stone, they reached out too late. They've knocked on new doors just to dodge your weight. But tonight they're open on this dashboard light. No excuses, no one else to fight. If I'm ever gonna stay, ever gonna stand, it starts with forgiving what's in these hands. So I pull off the highway by a payphone booth, dial a number I've avoided like the truth. When your tired voice says hello, is that you? My fingers shake, but they don't follow through. They don't drop the call, don't hang and hide. They grip the cord like a lifeline tight. And the words that spill ain't a practice line, just a simple I was wrong if you got the time. Got exit wounds in my hands, but I'm done using them to cut and scram. If there's a way to heal what I tore apart, it's gonna flow from these palms to this stubborn heart. I won't blame the road, won't blame the band, won't lay it all on some broken land. If there's a home for me beyond this broken span, I'll build it slow with these scarred up hands. So I lift them off the wheel and let them rest a while. Sunrise spilling through the crack in my denial. They ain't clean, they ain't new, but they finally understand. The only way out now is with open hands. is the price of staying real, then I'll pay it twice for what I feel. Let the thunder roll, let the sky ignite. I was born from the edge of night. Every scar I wear is the truth I write. I was born from the edge of night. Raise your voice and hold on tight. I was born from the edge of night. I've seen mercy fall in barroom lights, and angels lose their wings in fights. But through the smoke and broken sound, I still stand where I was found. You can't fake soul in a world of gold. You can't buy the heat when the strings go cold. So I play each note like it's my last breath, and bleed in tune with life and death. If the lights fade down before I'm done, tell the crowd the fire won. Let the thunder roll, let the sky ignite. I was born from the edge of night. Every scar I wear is the truth I write. I was born from the edge of night. Raise your voice and hold on tight. I was born from the edge of night. Can't stop the storm, can't fake the flame, can't wash the soul that knows its name. If you're lost, don't pray for light, just learn to live on the edge of night. Let the thunder roll, let the sky ignite. I was born from the edge of night. Every scar I wear is the truth I write. I was born from the edge of night. Silence swallows the fight. I still burn on the edge of night. Smoke curls slow in the neon light. My shadow hums with the edge of night. Every scar I own still sings. Some songs bleed, but they grow wings. I've chased grace through gasoline rain, found redemption in a chord of pain. Every mile I've burned, I paid in sound. Left my name where ghosts hang around. The preacher left, the bottle stayed, but the fire inside just never decayed. If sin's a cost of feeling free, then pour another round for me. Raise that Every truth I kept took its time. There's blood in the strings, dust in the sound, but that's how the spirit's found. Don't need crowns, don't need praise, just a stage and a heart that stays. 'Cause even in ruin I still burn bright, born for the dark, not for the light. If you feel lost, don't hide the pain. That's the spark that keeps us sane. We're the broken made of gold and flame, sinners who forgot their shame, born from the dirt but we rise the same. We're the broken made of gold and flame, hands to the sky, let the heavens claim. We're the broken made of gold and flame. Let the amps hum like thunder's grace. Live the storm, remember your face. 'Cause the ones who fall and still remain, they're the gold inside the flame. We're the broken made of gold and flame, sinners who forgot their shame, born from the dirt but we rise the same. We're the broken made of gold and flame, when silence comes to take its claim, let it find us, gold in the diesel hall, the night still bleeds, engines hum like ancient creed. Cigarette fire, a holy spark, lighting truth in the southern dark. I walk through towns, they've forgotten my name, left behind ghosts that all look the same. The road don't care who wins or breaks, it just takes and takes and takes. Steel strings scream when I play too rough, but that's how I learn what's really enough. No crown, no chain, no gold to claim, just thunder running through my veins. If I fade before the dawn can see, let the sound remember me. Long live the outlaw, the heart's untamed, the wild one's fire can't be blamed. Raise your fist, let the night be framed. hearts untamed. They tried to tame the songs I wrote, wrap them clean in a brand new coat. But the soul don't shine when it's sold too cheap, and the saints don't sing when they fall asleep. I played on stage, I begged for sound. I found heaven in the underground. No map, no guide, no righteous claim, just a voice that won't die with shame. If the lights go down and the crowd forgets, let the strings collect my debts. Long live the outlaws, the hearts untamed, the wild ones fire, can't be blamed. Raise your fist, let the night be framed. Long live the outlaws, the hearts untamed. There's no mercy on the open road, just stories only thunder told. If I'm gone before my song's replayed, then play it loud till the fear decays. And when the silence takes my name, let it echo, hearts untamed.
Desert wind hums like a broken hymn, dust and diesel crawling through my skin. Somewhere between mercy and sin, I learned the fire starts from within. Radio crack with a preacher's cry, talking about heaven while the crows flew by. Got a scar on my hand from the time I lied, and a cross on my dash just to even the side. Mama said, son, your soul ain't cheap, so I paid in blood just to get some sleep. Every road's a truth I couldn't fake, and every truth's a road I had to break. If the wind remembers what I've done, tell it I still ain't scared to run. I was born on thunder, baptized in flame, carried by storms and never learned my name. If I fall tonight, don't call it shame. I was made for the fire, not the fame. Raise a glass, let the lightning frame. I was made for the fire, not the fame. seen truth hide where the liars kneel. Heard steel strings preach what men can't feel. Whiskey nights taught my soul to bend, but I still play honest till the bitter end. There's grace in the grit and faith in the flame. Every scar's just another name. So if the night burns red instead of gold, remember fire don't age, it just gets old. I was born on thunder, baptized in flame, carried by storms that never learned my name. If I fall tonight, don't call it shame. I was made for the fire, not the fame. Raise your glass, let the lightning frame. I was made for the fire, not the fame. Ashes talk louder than prayers unheard. I've spoken in smoke more truth than words. So if the Lord's still watching, he'll understand. I never bowed, I just took my stand. Baptized in flame, carried by storms that never learned my name. If I fall tonight, don't call it shame. I was made for the fire, not the fame. Raise your glass, let the lightning frame. 'Cause I was made for the fire, not the fame. Let the amps hum low, let the smoke remain. 'Cause I was made for the fire, not the fame. Blacktop sweat on a Friday night, boots hit the ground like a drumline tied. Neon hum and a thunder grin, I shake the rust off and plug it in. I was raised on sparks and gasoline prayers, calloused hands, heavy rings, county line stairs. Mama said, son, let the truth ring loud, so I tuned my heart to cut through the crowd. Steel strings bite and the amp lights bloom, choir of friends in a smoky room. If you feel that heat, then raise your hands, 'cause I came tonight to light this land. I don't bend for the silence, I don't bargain with fear. When the faithful get louder, I'm already here. Singing like a storm, let the roof shake free. Shout it from your bones till the night believes. Hands up, hearts on, we were born to be. Wildfire in the choir, come and howl with me. Singing like a storm, make it break the seams. Where the grit, where the spark, where the midnight gleam.
mason jar glow, but I trade them for fire when the downbeat goes. If you came for a whisper, you took a wrong turn. This is diesel for souls that burn. No chains on the chorus, no cage for the hymn. When the kick drum speaks, we answer with skin. Sing it like a storm, let the roof shake free. Shout it from your bones till the night believes. Hands up, hearts on, we were born to be. Wildfire in the choir, come and howl with me. Oh, if you're tired of the weight you drag, let it fall when the snare hits back. Oh, if your name's been lost in the noise, we'll carve it here with 1,000 voices. Sing it like a storm, like the night we own. Sing it like a storm. Sing it like a storm, let the roof shake free. Shout it from your bones till the night believes. Hands up, hearts on, we were born to be. Wildfire in the choir, come and howl with me. Sing it like a storm, tear the ceiling clean. Where the grit, where the spark, where the midnight gleam. When the lights go dim and the echoes fade, leave your name in the heat we made.
Smoke roll on through the neon air. Boots on the wood, heartbeat snare. Every soul in here's got a tale to swear, but I just came to lose my care. Got a scar that sings when the rain comes down. Memories burn like a ghost town sound. Every chord I strike cuts deep and true. That's the price for living like we do. I've been broke, blessed, and born again. And every ball light blow and howling wind can't fake the truth when your strings confess. So I bleed it raw, no second guess. If the night's too long, let the rhythm guide. 'Cause every sin I met still walks beside. Let the fire roll, let the thunder play. We're the saints of the lost highway. Raise your glass to the night we stay. We're the saints of the lost highway. Every mile we burn, every chord we pray. We're the saints of the lights flicker, the crowd leans in, smoke in the air and the rush of sand. I ain't a hero, but I play like one. Every string I bend bleeds where I've run.
Truth and shame, sing it loud. Remember my name. Every chord's a scar, every note's a flame. I'm the fire they couldn't tame. If I fade tonight, don't pray.
Open highway hums under pale moonlight. Chrome and thunder blur the line tonight. Whiskey ghost and faded jeans. Every scar I've earned still gleams. Raised on hymns that bled through steady. And prayers raw and automatic. Daddy's boots, mama's grin of steel. Taught me truth you can bend but never kneel. Cigarette glow on the dashboard cross. Every mile's a hymn for the ones we lost. Ain't no saint, just a man who learns. Every chord I strike, another bridge that burns. And if the night don't fade, I'll keep on driving, 'cause broken hearts still sound like lightning. Let the engines cry like a gospel fire. Let the strings bleed truth and wire. We were born half dust, half desire. Sing it loud, we're the southern choir. Hands to the sky, let the world conspire. We ain't dying quiet, we're the southern choir. Barroom saints and gasoline grace. Every sinner here's got an angel's face. Sweat and faith on a Telecaster frame. You can't fake, so you gotta play the flame. Ain't chasing fame, just the sound of real life. Church with a kick drum and stainless steel. When the crowd leans in and the lights turn gold, that's where heaven's bought and sold. So raise your glass to the ones who tried. The song don't end when the good ones die. Let the engines cry like a gospel fire. Let the strings bleed truth and wire. We were born half dust, half desire. Sing it loud, we're the southern choir. Hands to the sky, let the world conspire. We ain't dying quiet, we're the southern choir. If the Lord's still listening, past the static and sin, tell him we played loud just to let him in. Thunder drums roll, crowds alive and wired. Hallelujah, this is where we're inspired. So when my strings go silent and the night gets cold, remember the fire, not the road I rode. We're the southern choir, still preaching rock and roll.